What's going on YouTube? Descar273 here. Now I know I said that I'd be recording live sessions from now on, but sorry about that. But I haven't been finding the real quiet time to do anything. So I'm just gonna be showing you two sessions that I did before. You probably don't know what the ending looks like right now, but let me turn the music off. And so I laid off a Swampert trying to get rocks up. He leads a Swaddler, and I'm like, I don't want this thing like doing anything funky to me. So it just goes for Sticky Web, and I'm like, oh, and I just flamethrower it. And he sends out Gallade. I'm like, what could Gallade do to me? So I Shadow Ball, try to go for a no code, but it doesn't work. And he uses knockoff. I'm like, oh. I go into Bisharp, and basically, I should just call this session, this episode, series thing, um, uh, Mega Heracross and Bisharp. Because I rarely use Mega Gardevoir. It's only like on some points. Excuse me. So I had to let this thing die because I didn't know what it was. And I figured out that it was banded. So I Sucker Punch and yeah. Go into Pyroar. I just Sucker Punch everything. He uses Fake Out. Obviously, you guys know what that does. I Sucker Punch, just go for the Yoko. He goes into Weavile. And I don't know why he didn't go in this in the first place, considering that Weavile would be able to live my Sucker Punch. If I'd gotten rocks up, it wouldn't have lived. But I just go into Forges here, and I just finish it off with a Moonblast. Right. So, the next one is here. Music off, play music off. So there's Swampert as usual, and he leads with this thing. I'm like, I just want rocks up. He puts up Sticky Web. I'm like, everything wants Sticky Web up. I'm like, this is a perfect chance to go to Bisharp. He Bug Buzzes here. I'm like, that hurts, but I can live it. So I Sucker Punch, boom, dead. He goes into Executor. He uses Sub. I'm like, oh, I'm not having any of this. So I just knock off. He misses a Stun Spore, which is funny. I just knock off again. Goes in this thing. I'm like, I know he's going to predict another Sucker Punch, so he's going to Dragon Dance. And I'm like, yep, I predict that. He goes into this thing, and he protects him. I'm like, okay. Like, Sucker Punch, you're just delaying your death. And here's where I kind of mess up with Bisharp. I thought he was going to do a bulk up or a Swords Dance thing, so I went for whatchamacallit, but he was faster regardless, and he U-turns. Like, I just go into Swampert, and he has Grass, and I'm like, what? Grass Knot? I don't know that Raichu's carried Grass Knot, so I just go into Forges, and I Moonblast, and he lives it. He Brave Birds, and that hurts, but I have physical investment. And here, I didn't think he'd Brave Bird, but he goes back in this thing, and I want to protect to see what he does. I'm like, this thing will definitely outspeed me, and I'm just going to Dragalki here and take that Thunderbolt nice and easy, and just Draco, I think I did. No, I Sludge Wave. And I get a crit. I don't think that crit mattered, but let's make it a 3v, 3-piece. Okay, well, I'm over here. So I do a Swampert. I'm like, I'm predicting the Energy Ball, which I did. This is a new team. I'm switching like 2 members each time because I can't find anything I like. Like the way he's bringing this thing in, it's scarfed, and I have no idea what hidden power that is. I think it's like hidden power ice or something. He goes into Tumor Tank Tom, the large Gourgeist. I'm like, I just want rocks. And I'm predicting something. I go into Forges, and he misses a Leech Seed, and I'm like, I want to wish and get my Needle King protected. This is probably the only match where Bisharp doesn't sweep. He goes through a sub, I'm like, oh hell no. Now I see why he named this thing Tank Top, because this thing can freaking stall you out. Look at that. That's Life Orbed, special involvement, special offensive Needle King. And he protects, he's just trying to get his HP back so he can sub. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go back out into Gourgeist, or Florges, Gourgeist, and predicting something, and I just wish. And here I go back out into Needle King, because what can this thing really do to me? He confused raise me? That's okay. I switch out and I go into Crocodile. And he confused raise me there. And I crunch and it doesn't kill. So I'm like, yeah, he's gonna do Destiny Bond. He T-Ways Forges, and I'm like, I'm just gonna Moonblast. He goes into this thing, I'm like, yeah, this is totally scarfed, but I gotta protect to see where it is. I'm like, yeah, that's totally scarfed. So I go out into Bisharp. And I'm like, I just realized that that this was a mono ghost team. So I go into Bisharp, and then that's when he forfeits. That's why I decided to do a 3 because it was a short one. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, I'm sorry that I've been uploading Pokemon Showdown as opposed to me uploading Dev Pro. It's just, um, the other day I had to duel with Makite 88. That sounds like it's a bad, I'm making it sound like it's a bad thing, but it wasn't. It's I just had to do a few duels with Makite 88 because I wanted to. I wanted to test some new decks. But what does this do? Okay, that doesn't really do anything different, but yeah, I'm babbling, and I'm out of here.